We haven't really seen a Lolita pop off in a long while. There's a Lapu-Lapu. What does Team Cambodia put into the jungle? What does Detective get?
I do wonder. I mean, Lolita, you can preemptively let loose that Numenon Blast, but still it can be cancelled. I think there's a couple of ways for Team Cambodia to really knock you out of focus, and prevent the follow-up that you want. If Witty can land some sick, deflection with the bulwark, that would be great. But we did talk about the Akai being a possibility, and with the Lolita in play, the Akai is so much juicier in the jungle role.
Okay, they know that the Baksha will be going to the jungle after wrapping up their draft, so they say, hey, go utility against utility and isolate that Baksha. Let's see how Detective rocks his Akai. So far, drafts are already in. Will this double marksman lineup get punished, Husky? Because I like how there's 3 solid frontliners. I think they can get away with it.
Yeah, I agree. I would say that there's a bigger chance of them getting, having a harder game if it was like an assassin jungler for Team Indonesia, right? I mean, the Hayabusa was technically open if they wanted to go for it in 4-5, but they didn't. So the only threat, I say, is probably the Aran diving with the Bravest Fighter. But aside from that, I feel like Team Cambodia could play this long range, poke you down, take you out bit by bit, and then when they see the opportunity, then it's Detective showtime.
Possibly the last game in this series between Team Indonesia and Team Cambodia. Get ready, folks. It's match point for the Khmer in this best of 3. Something to note, Husky. A lot of purifies now amongst Team Indonesia. They so much respect Wadu's Arlet. Like that is emotional damage dealt. Now Boxy, very low. OP!
Yeah, able to flicker away. His level 2, so gets a bit of the juice to stay alive. But that is a win in Indonesia's boat for sure. Detective cannot contest his objective, sadly. I think he still got the litho though.
Off cam!
He still won. Almost a solo kill down boss. Jing straight up wins his lane.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the regenerate has been popped by Kabuki already. Still more action in mid!
Boxy continues to fight and just keep punching into Witty's shield. And here comes Joe, shows up, tries to go for invade in the jungle. Note the Detective does not have retribution just yet. Maybe an attempt to steal the buff away. And Boxy attempt to help Detective very down low. Boxy kind of finally shows up. Witty there as well. Detective hits level 4. He hits the retry button on time, and that ultimate allows Team Cambodia to get 2 free kills.
The art of the punish, and who'd have thunk the Akai would hit level 4. Did you even see the EXP bar on that Panda? How did that happen?
Oh man, Joe must be feeling so bad right now, losing 2 retribution fights against Detective. What? It's a replay of game 1, Leo. They go for an invade. They ended up losing members, but this time the cascading effect is a lot worse because Turtle priority goes over to Cambodia. Wadu flickers away. Aran follows up with his own flicker, jumps onto Wadu, trying to take him out. Wadu heals up with the Brave Smite, and still Aran finds the kill, and finally Joe gets something done. Finds the turtle. Wadu, Aran with a double.
Much better recovery here for Team Indonesia. Back in the driver's seat. It all started with Wadu getting whittled down by Aran. Now, Zing caught up between 2!
The SOD doesn't connect, and Zing will have to blow his flicker, but it's not over just yet. Here comes Lord Witty. Most likely will find the takedown. An easy one for Yehescu.
Team Indonesia have a vendetta against Zing, given what he did in game number 1. And I understand it. I get it. But is this the right call? Should Team Indonesia really be bearing down on the Granger, or should they worry about Wadu again? Because look, Wadu's left alone.
A free lane, but I guess with Aran on this Lapu-Lapu, they can afford to, let Wadu be on his own a lot often, since that this Lapu-Lapu can match up with him better than the Phobius can, at least in the current circumstances. The distraction pulse pull Yehescu back, but no follow-up. Again, Witty puts up the bulwark, and that's the end of that.
So we're seeing now how Indonesia's unorthodox but very specific draft is answering what Cambodia is putting on the table. Save for that little stumble in the initial invade, Indonesia have found a way to recover. Very splendid position for them to be in now. 30 seconds until another turtle spawns. Lower quarter. Looking at the items. Good chunk of it on mid. The advantage for Team Indonesia. Another good chunk of it in the EXP. So yeah, I think they should just leave this alone. Just don't bother Wadu and Aran. Just let Aran do his thing.
I mean, if they can somehow bring the pressure to Wadu and let Aran snowball further, suddenly the mid game becomes a lot more easy to play for Indonesia. Man, Lapu Lapu deals so much damage, is so durable. We say that he is the primary threat to the backline, but we saw how he destroyed Wadu's health bar early on, a kidnap on to Aran, and he's gone. And that's the primary threat eliminated. The lift back onto Wadu, Numino Blast charge up on the tree, but Witty needs to follow up and doesn't find it. Wadu does though with his final slash. A quick escape for the rest of Indonesia, but they still end up losing Ju. So Team Cambodia comes out on top without giving anything away.
By God, they could have even taken down Witty. Christian just got away barely. And oh, SOD finds one! Zing! Oh, is he gonna press it?
With Foxy, definitely not.
Woo.
And 3 gold for Xing. This Granger, I mean, he's been in the face of Kabuki the entire game. And sure, he did go down early on, but nothing has changed. In fact, Team Indonesia going for a lane swap. They put Aran down bot because they need to free up Kabuki. But then now Kabuki is up against Wadu and is not getting any easier.
Wadu literally pressed load game and continued the momentum he had from game number 1 and is the same beast. Look at this, they're up by about 1,000 gold now with another turtle spawning in a minute. Team Cambodia, oh no, Zing just got his Sky Piercer. Is that a Piercer after Hunter Strike? Did he get that much farm already? Under 6 minutes?
I think so. I mean, he has been winning, dominating the lane. Funnily enough, he has lesser experience compared to Kabuki. I think by half a level. But still, his network should be slightly more than the Moskov.
Yeah, that's been the story even in game 1. I was watching how some way, somehow, Kabuki keeps getting better EXP, but less gold. Interesting dynamics on the economy here for Team Cambodia. A lot of presence up top. 20 seconds until another turtle. There's just dueling. Look at this, Wadu and Aran.
Turtle spawning in just a bit too. I mean, we saw the War Axe just got completed for Aran. Fleeting time for Boxy too. Very early fleeting time. That should be a first item. So
yep, that is a clear sign that Boxy wants to keep fighting. Boxy wants to keep going and hitting people with a German suplex, pushing them closer to Cambodia's firepower. That's 4 members. OP charging up the traction pulse. Oh, gets thrown back! Ouch!
Witty sends it back to Team Cambodia. Now the fight's gonna break out. Bravest fighter, Aran, needs to get work done. They find a clean up, the kidnap, and again a 4-man final slash for Wadu to set it up. Aran did hit the back line, takes out Boxy. Witty able to run away. And the health bars from the side of Team Cambodia dwindling. Witty flickers forward, finds the elimination onto Oppi. Zing finally shows up a bit late to the party. The bulwark put up by Witty to defend themselves from this objective steal. And in the end, it's 3 down for Team Cambodia, but Xing is still going with the help of Wadu. Final slash misses, but Ran gets his ultimate back. Xing barely escapes, and Team Indonesia comes out on top.
Team Cambodia couldn't find their perfect front to back. Again, as advertised, Aran just ruined everything. Aran just ran through their front lines. Aran ran through their formation and just compromised Team Cambodia. It also doesn't help that Zing came from God knows where. Was he pushing up top? Because he was literally just running and double timing towards the fight. He took down 1 or 2, got a double if I'm not mistaken, but he was too little too late. So that is the story of that turtle fight. Not to mention, Yehezkiel is so good at getting rid of these frontliners that the marksman couldn't fight back. Wadu comes into 3.
3 people on top of Wadu. Can he stay alive long enough? Detective comes and helping out with a heavy spin. Wadu makes it away. And now they jump into Kabuki. He's underneath the turret, able to dash away with the step. And Wadu again with a stun. He's surviving way too long. Finally, Wadu goes down. And Oppi arrives. The bulwark put up by Witty, saving his teammate just in time. So it's 3 for 1. Witty, the savior.
3 for 1. Massive wins here for Indonesia. Boxy unable to find anyone to punish, at least Cambodia's sacrifices would not be in vain. They saved their tier 1. But at what cost? Blood, meat, and even their purple. Oh no! Grand Theft Purple Indonesia barreling forward. They are now in the lead, about 500 gold.
With all that has happened, the past 2 skirmishes that Team Cambodia lost, they still aren't that far behind. I mean, they're still farming up pretty well. You know, mid turret stays alive, bottom tier 1 goes down thanks to Kabuki pushing. I feel like if you're Team Cambodia, you still have the capacity to fight, right? We saw how mechanically sound Wadu was on the Arlet. Sure, he went down, but it took Indonesia so long just to kill this Arlet with the help of Detective by the helm. They definitely want to contest for this Lord. Kabuki can now split push.
All right, Cambodia starting up the Lord Dons. Wadu catches one. Now it's Ju. Aran pops the bravest fighter.
Flickers forward and a good heavy spin to isolate Aran and Ju. Meanwhile, Yehezkiel just trying to keep his backline alive, but they're gonna run him down. OP finds the kill. And now for Team Indonesia, it's just buy time for Kabuki to keep split pushing. 2 turrets fall on the top lane, and Kabuki has gotten the job done. Flicker forward, follow up for Boxy just now. Wasn't able to find anything, but they were able to execute Ju. Another Sky Piercer stack given over to Xing, the 3rd of this game. Holy Shield pop on the top inhibitor. Witty, Kabuki, and Aran show back up. Aran's gonna have his bravest fighter back up again. Jump to the back line. OP with the damage. Final slash from Wadu. And both Witty and Kabuki go down. Aran to follow. Team Cambodia wins the extended fight.
You cannot team fight against a lineup like this, especially when you are short on bodies. Team Cambodia played the defense well up top. Team Cambodia forced Team Indonesia to respond in the turtle pit, the Lord pit now at this point, and get away with so much. Now it's their turn to punish. OP building himself the Blood Wings, able to withstand even damage being thrown out by Aran. So here's one way to deal with the Lapu Lapu. You overload him with stimuli. You give him so many targets from different positions, and the next thing you know, Indonesia are chasing too many goose. They're chasing too many targets, and they get split up themselves. Here's a concealed play coming in, all just to push mid lane tier 2. Cambodia in control of the map.
The Lord still pushing too. They have a very good wave setup on all 3 lanes. They're in a prime position to pop all holy shoes as well. So Kabuki is going to try to stop the bottom one from going off. But it's going to pop in 30 seconds regardless. Team Cambodia looking for the first inhibitor top side. And now there's going to be a tidal strike into a grab bag. There goes your jungler for Team Indonesia. The bulwark gets put up by Witty. They keep the inhibitor healthy for now. Half a health bar to go. New middle wave comes in. And now they engage. They just blow up Yehezkiel. The Wiseman is gone. And it's up to the 3 remaining members of Indonesia to hold the fort. And they will do just that. But at the cost of an inhibitor.
Cambodia comes in unpunished, unfettered. They take away that inhibitor. They take away 2 in Ju and Yehezkiel, and they give no quarter. Looking at the items right now, huge gaps between the cores here. And this is very difficult. Oh wait, the answer, a half-cocked Numenon Blast.
And Boxy is still able to grab a target. Has Cambodia a bit more than they could chew because they just lost Boxy. Aran with a good stun. They will take out Detective. Wadu desperately trying to get away. Traction pulse reflected by Witty to deliver the 4 for him, and Kabuki cleans up. And Team Indonesia turns it around. A maniac for Kabuki.
To answer the question, yes, Husky, yes. Cambodia may have bitten off more than they could chew. And now Indonesia are running it in mid. Straight up, they might actually end this. It's all 5. Only Boxy will spawn.
And I don't think there's enough time. Team Indonesia barely pulling it off. But it's more than enough to send us to game number 3.
Heartbreaking loss for Team Cambodia. They had that game, and it was theirs to lose. And